And the prospect that for once in our lives, we're able to do something with a purpose. Something real.
I remember Tara saying the exact same thing, that she was yearning for something real. Something that would give her suffering purpose, and show her that the mist was more than just a natural depression.
Bullshit. This was all about feeding her ego. The ever so sad-looking Eterna girl with the watery eyes. For fuck's sake, do you have the slightest idea what some people are actually going through out there? Day in, day out, they have to fight for their survival. She had it all. A roof over her head. Food, money, people to whom she meant the fucking world.
I did something wrong, didn't I? I mean, I tried so hard, you know? I wanted to be there for you, but apparently it was all for nothing. All of it.
We are sacrificing ourselves so that you can live.
The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probability will fall into place. In a world revolving around the same vices, the same mistakes, the same personalities, trapped in an endless cycle.
Then it will always continue like that. Eternal conflict, eternal cycles.
In every desert, there's a black grain of sand among a billion others.
What do you mean?
Every battle is a new chance. Nobody knows if man will ever overcome his nature, but one day he might.
And so it was that she finally saw her mistake. Man was not made for eternal bliss. Only when enjoyed in brief moments would he appreciate it, contrasted with the heartaches of his brief life.
Fuck the rest, right? Fuck what your stupid sadness does to the people around you. I need to go. This is too much. This is just too much.
The seed had been sown.
Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity, Vatira was her name. She was feared and desired. Beggars, thieves, and murderers were falling at her feet. As mistress of the castaway, she was worshipped and revered. Vintage wine and silken clothes, jewelry and song of gods, petty loot and contraband were passing through her hands. Bribe, deceit, and robbery, no means to vile or fall for her. The art of crime she mastered like no one ever had. Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity. When the night closed in, she stayed sleepless until dawn. Many servants, they visited her chamber. Anyone who wept and knew no shame could join her feet.
How are you holding up? Everything all right?
Can't complain. Did you hear the news? Word has it Captain Rossio landed here just a few moons ago.
Oh, really? Where'd she come from?
Nearly. Say she traversed the Eridan Canal without losing as much as one man.
That woman's got guts. You have to give her that.
Aye, she does. But that's about it. I talked to one of her men. Apparently they caught two stowaways during the passage, and she killed them both. They were refugees from the war, two of them. Hard times were living, yes. Anyway, I'm off. Keep your chin up, girl.
Keep your chin up.
Anyone who was around was killed and stunned into the ground. Ever since the battle, our changing our world.
myself. Sod off.
I will not. I paid a fortune to anchor here, and you will tell me what has happened, or...
Or what?
Or I'll let the Ark Guards know about this.
Good luck with that. Now bloody get out of my sight.
What?
Let's go, love. This isn't worth it. Didn't you hear what the captain said? This is Duneville, not Ark. Things are run differently around here.
Duneville is still Enderal. I will not tolerate this kind of behavior.
Oh, what do you care about what happened in that house? We're leaving in 2 days.
Move along. None of your bloody business. Sod off. Murder. All right, if you insist. We got 2 bodies in there, a man and a woman. Craig and Sierra, a young couple. By the looks of it, they were murdered sometime last night. A real shit show, and we don't have the slightest clue where to start looking for the murderer. Well, of course, they might have both stumbled at the same time and hit their heads on the wall. Then, 2 kitchen knives could have fallen from the cupboard and cut their throats. Rather unlikely, if you ask me. The Red Madness? Ah, right, it's possible. Though we've only had a few cases here in Duneville so far. Craig and Sierra Copperhammer, both Duneville folk. He's a miner, she waits tables at that Killian's Inn. I believe that's about it. Ah, wait, no. Craig has a brother, Darius. But he's a sailor, so I don't even know if he's around. Knock yourself out, but I hope you have a strong stomach. The other guards have already secured the evidence, so you're free to try your luck. So, find anything? Really? Is that so? I know the handwriting. That's Karymea. What else did you find? Anything else? Let me see. Well, this might actually help us. Anything else? I see. What do you say? Currently the Duneville Guard's ranks are a little sparse. A little inconvenient, I know, but all this chaos in recent times is starting to take its toll. Hardly any merchant vessels come here anymore. And the few who do expect us to stand guard while they take a shit. All while paying us next to nothing to anchor here. Like that idiot I was talking to before. Still, if there's a knife-wielding lunatic on the loose, we need to do something about it. So how's this? You find the murderer, and we'll pay you. It'll be dangerous, of course, but you look as though you can take care of yourself. Don't get all emotional on me, will you? We're getting as much from this as you are. Follow the clues and tell me when you find something. I'll be right here. A merchant, rough and cunning. She gave us trouble once or twice over the past year. Though I never took her for a murderer. Actually, I do. Just follow the coast to the west and you should find it. It's been deserted ever since the isolation, so be on your guard.
Watch yourself out there. The sandstorms can get real ugly.
You just gotta kick their asses from time to time. That's just how it is.
Ah, so you're the Outlander. Well, if you're asking, my money's on that sailor, Darius. Karymea's a crook, but that mess with Craig and his wife looks more like a crime of passion to me. I guess, but I'm pretty sure it's Darius. It has to be. I have a couple of bets running.
Yes? Ah, Craig and Sealer. Well, I'm not sure what I can tell you. I didn't see anything suspicious. Though I could imagine Karymea being involved in this. She's got a couple of skeletons in her closet. Good old intuition. Nah, don't mention it.
What do you want?
I guess you could call it that. Though he himself apparently considered it a bloody donation. 2 years. And I didn't get a fucking penny back. Oh, spare me the subtle accusations and tell me why the fuck you're here. Doesn't surprise me. I am. He was a debtor. And a fool. Aye, that one's mine. And I was planning to have 2 of my leg breakers pay him a visit later this week to give him a good beating. He sure deserved it. Craig. Pfft. I never met anyone so fucking brazen. Swears to me that he doesn't have a coin to spare, and then buys jewelry from Ark the next day. Ah, that's what this is about. Well, sorry to disappoint you, love, but you're barking up the wrong tree. I had nothing to do with that man's death, and if you're smarter than a pussbug, you'd see why. First of all, I don't profit from his death. Now the money's gone for good. Second, I'm sure as fuck not a priestess. But I'm not a murderer either. I give loans, I want them back. Plus interest. End of story. You think this works any differently in Ark? You have a lot to learn, darling. No idea, and I don't care. I can't wait.
Evening.
What, you mean old Craig's brother? Sure, I know him. But, no idea where he is right now. Why don't you try asking Petrick Windmorner down by the pier? He knows about everybody.
What do you want? Darius? Aye, I know him. There's a merchant vessel westwards from Duneville, currently loading fruit. He's working there. Sure.
That does indeed make him a suspect. I say go find him and flex your muscles a little. Tell him that you know everything, or something like that. His reaction will tell you a lot.
Letter? No, never. Sorry. Listen, if Craig sent you because of what happened at the Lighthouse, tell him I'm sorry. I should never have hit him, even though I'll never forgive him for what he did. Dead? What? But why? How? Me? But I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in. I don't know what to say. Jesus, you're serious about this? Damn it, I didn't kill Craig or Sira. Why would I do that? You know that already, don't you? Craig kept my part of our inheritance. He simply didn't tell me there was one when our father died 3 years ago. Because a fellow sailor from Duneville told me that Craig bought jewelry for his woman in Ark. That immediately sounded fishy to me. Craig never had a head for money, and working the plantations doesn't pay well, so I... Oh, blazes. I still can't believe they're dead. Who on Vin would do this? I hired a mercenary who looked into it. And it's true. Our father had a small stash of 2,000 pennies, which Craig took all for himself. Trust me, I wish it weren't so. What do you think? I wanted answers. But the bloody fool insisted that our father didn't leave us an inheritance, and that he just bound the money for the jewelry in front of his house one day. Ugh, made me snap. Aye, we beat the tar out of each other. Blazes, can you believe it? My brother is dead. My last memory of him is a blasted brawl. Couple of bruises and cuts, no worse than I was. After we got it out of our system, we went back home. I to the ship and he to Duneville. Let's talk about it again once we've cooled our heads a little. Guess that won't happen anytime soon if what you say is true. Find the bastard who did this. I want to see him hanged, bled in an Iron Maiden. Promise me. Aye, he had always been a bad liar. He owed Karymea some money. Duneville's loan shark. Other than that, he had no enemies. Neither him nor his companion. Fine. I see why you're doing this. I can only hope you're going to find who really killed him. Let me tell the captain about this, then we can go.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. There's something you should see. Darius Copperhammer's dagger. Hidden under a rock in the graveyard. Metal reflects sunlight. Something Darius apparently forgot. Several of his fellow sailors confirmed it. Yes, he doesn't deny that the dagger is his, but claims that someone stole it and is trying to frame him. As far as I'm concerned, the matter is clear. What did your little visit to Karymea uncover? She's still a suspect, though. I did some research myself while you were hunting down Darius and Karymea. According to a friend from the guard, one of her debtors had a fatal accident 2 years ago. A fisherman, 60 winters old. In other words, the woman clearly isn't a nun. Problem is, the Overseer wants the matter solved. Now. They'd send them right back to us or hang them both. To Ark folk, us Dunevillers are all pathless scum. In Duneville, we solve our own problems. Prison or the gallows, I don't know. You see my problem? Honestly, no idea. This is as much my case as it is yours. What do you say? Darius or Karymea? And I guess it's up to me, isn't it? Great. What a giant load of horse shit, all this. Well, I'll mull it over and tell the Overseer. Either way, thanks for helping out. Here, you earned this. I need a bloody drink now. Come on, I'm buying.
Shivering hands and delirious eyes, brittle voices and manic minds, they roam across the land, spreading terror and dismay. Walls of fire and arrows of ice, before you can blink they have slaughtered you twice. Death is their companion and doom is their delight. Marvelous light has never shone on their face. The darkness fevers clouded the troubled brains. Mages wild and free, wicked wayward wizards. If they're pointing their fingers at you, you'll soon be crazy too. In ruins and caves they hide away, avoiding the sunlight and brightness of day, uttering curses and hexes into the night. You never know what's beneath their disguise. They're masters of fear, illusion and lies. You won't have a chance to say your final prayer. Marvelous light has never shone on their face. The darkness fever has clouded their troubled brains.
Esme?
Wicked wayward wizards.
Then you know her. Great, then you're the one she wanted me to find. She wouldn't give me a full name, but she asked me to give the woman fitting her description this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to push on.
Will all be in vain? The journey to water you must take, or else the fever will deform your shape, and you'll end up as a hideous monster, the frightful blue death. Martha's light has never shone on
Meet me at the old lighthouse near Duneville. Esme.
The artless figure is clouded their troubled brain. Mages wild and free, wicked wayward wizards. If they're pointing their fingers at you, you'll soon be crazy too.
I was wondering if you'd come. Possible. I found it by accident. But there's something about it, isn't there? It helps me clear my head. It helps me think. Good question. Shall we go up? The view from up on the roof is great. My, look at that. If it weren't for the bone rippers and the bandits, this place would be almost picturesque, wouldn't it? Tara would have liked it. I'm sorry. My emotional outburst in that ruin, it was uncalled for. I shouldn't have said those things. Neither to you, nor to Tara. To her memory, that is. Thanks. You know, Tara once tried to explain to me what it's like to live with that black fog. We had just spent a wonderful evening together, and we were sitting on a beach, not unlike this one. We kissed and cuddled, and then all of a sudden, she started crying. I tried to comfort her, but it was pointless. She just cried and cried, for almost an hour. At one point she told me that she was sorry. She was sorry for being how she was, that there was nothing she wanted more than to be different, but that it was out of her control. The fog, it's always there, and there are moments when it just overwhelms you, no matter how hard you try to fight it. Don't you see? She didn't choose to be that way. And she told me that the worst part of it all was seeing how much her suffering dragged me down right along with her. Yes. I don't even understand what it is that you love about me. All I do is drag you down. Strange, isn't it? Now that I'm telling you all this, I understand her. But back then, I just didn't. I couldn't. Good question. Of course, I still struggle understanding why she did it. And the fact that she's gone breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. I wish I could travel back in time and tell her that I will stand by her, no matter how she is, and that she never was or could ever be a burden to me. Don't get me wrong. I don't blame myself for her decision. Joining this cult, giving her life. It was her choice. And she didn't do it out of malice. But I just wish I could have somehow made her realize that it always gets better. That the two of us might have eventually beaten the fog someday. I know. But maybe we can somehow make it easier for them. You don't need to say anything. Of course, there are still so many questions. Most of all, who that veiled woman really is, and what she needed those people for. But I'm guessing we won't get an answer to that. Who knows? Maybe what she said was right, and Terra's sacrifice really wasn't for nothing. We'll never know. I'll see. I guess I'll travel back to Kyle, to my clan. If I find a ship that's still willing to cross the Red Sea, that is. Ah, and here. I promised to give you this, didn't I? An amulet, yeah. It's an old heirloom, and you should have it. And no, don't say anything. You risked your life for me, without the prospect of loot or treasure. I'll never forget that. Never. Thank you. How about you, though? What are your plans? Good answer. Why doesn't that surprise me? Well then, I'll stay here for a little longer. The sea, the moon, the night sky. I know it sounds dramatic, but they help to ease my mind. With my talents? You mean never sticking to an agreement, uncontrollable emotional outbursts, and running away screaming at the sight of a pussbug? I'm not sure, but something tells me that this mission of yours needs someone with a different skill set. Yeah.